In just a few days, Donald Trump will go on trial yet again, but this time a criminal trial. The biggest threat to his freedom yet that he has faced, that any former president has faced. And importantly, there appears to be absolutely nothing that he can do to stop it. Nothing successful anyway. He is certainly trying, I'll give him credit for that. He was denied efforts to delay the beginning of that trial on Monday of this week and also Tuesday of this week. But then on Wednesday of this week, he was denied in his attempt to delay the trial. So I don't know, today's Thursday, let's go for 4, Trump. But anyway, legal experts believe that he is running out of delay tactics, and that may be true, but that is basically the entire legal strategy of his defense in all of these cases. So don't write off the possibility that they could throw some sort of, like massive grenade into the works at the last minute. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the damage report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. But I want to give like an update on how their efforts are becoming a little bit more obviously laughable, even to non-lawyers. So Trump attorney Emil Bove presented a grab bag of arguments for a stay, basically delaying the beginning of the trial, during a hearing just yesterday, including reiterating his stance that the proceedings should be paused while Trump challenges what Bove called the unacceptable and unconstitutional restrictions that the judge handed down in a partial gag order last month that was expanded days later. So again, the idea that Donald Trump can't go on Truth Social and talk smack about lawyers is cause to not have the trial in the first place. That's ridiculous. You don't even have to be a real lawyer to understand how ridiculous that is. Alina Habba understands how ridiculous that is. But anyway, jury selection will be beginning on just Monday. The trial is definitely gonna go for at least a few weeks, so I'm gonna need you to buckle up for that. But let's go to a little bit more of the justification for that gag order before we get to Donald Trump continuing to complain about it. So in the original order, the judge cited Trump's uncontested record of attacking individuals involved in his legal matters as reason to limit his speech. The order barred Trump from attacking witnesses, prosecutors, and court staff, but did not preclude him from hurling insults at the DA, Alvin Bragg, or at the judge himself. And it was obviously later expanded to include family members of those two individuals for obvious reason. Trump had spent every day naming and showing pictures of the judge's daughter. That is just like, I understand that if you're a MAGA person, you're probably not watching this. But if you are and you're watching this, I understand that you may not very much like me because sometimes it seems like I insult you, and that's true, I do. But I have your best interest at heart economically, do I not? But that said, do you actually think that this is acceptable? I know you think there's a deep state and whatever, but she's a human being, and she's facing death threats. And we already know that there are people on the right willing to go and attack, nearly kill the family members of notable Democrats. I will refer you to Paul Pelosi. I know that you think that that's a hilarious joke when Don Jr. jokes about it on Instagram, but his skull was cracked open. And I, for one, don't want the judge's daughter's skull cracked open with a hammer. And for many of you who I'm sure are right-wing Christians, I kind of feel like Jesus is on my side on this thing. So in any event, let's try to stop that from happening by stopping some of the baseless attacks on social media. In any event, Trump does not agree with me or with Jesus. He's still mad about this. And so he recently truthed, on Monday, I will be forced to sit gagged before a highly conflicted and corrupt judge whose hatred for me knows no bounds. Again, I don't know what the evidence for him hating Donald Trump is. He's just allowing a trial to go forward. That's all. If you believe that you have some sort of defense, present it. But you're not does anyone else think that it's suspicious that every judge is biased against him? Every DA, at the very least, those who happen to be black, are also racist against him. Does anyone think that that's a bit of a coincidence? And I know, unfortunately, many on the right do, and they think that it's evidence of a deep state or whatever. But I think it's evidence that he's just a liar. I think he's a criminal liar. And I think that will come out once we finally get to these trials. And so this is not a true defense. It's communism, it's election no, that's not gonna save you. Okay, when we get to the trial, as we hopefully will on Monday, we're gonna find out, did you do the payments? Did you lie about the payments in your accounting? Is that actually illegal? The answer to all of these questions seems to be yes, but we've been surprised by trials before. So at the end of the day, we just need to find out what actually happened. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.